This is a summary of parts 3 and 4 of Anna Karenina. Let me get this started with. First of all, parts 3 and 4, there's supposed to be, I suppose, no parts in this book whatsoever. All of the separate sections are somewhat separated in topic, yes, sure, but overall, it's just streamlined. You get different sections, you don't get any different sagas or anything, they're all the same stuff towards me. So from parts 3 to 4, we're going to go ahead and talk about, well, how's Anna holding out towards this not divorcing thing, how Vronsky's going out to, like, not being able to go with Anna, and how's Anna's husband thinking about all this, and what does Anna's family think about all this? We get, however, some debates about education, how you can help the poor, and other important stuff, quote, important stuff about people. Now let's get this started with. Firstly, we don't exactly start off on the high note. We start off with these opening words. Sergei Ivanovich Konyuski wanted a rest from mental work. Instead of going abroad as he usually did, he went to stay in the country with his brother towards the end of May. In his judgment, the best sort of life was country life. Now, here's the thing. Country life, city life. Kind of amazing how those values and those kinds of thoughts back then are still the same as they are today. Country life, and you want to break from your mental work. Yeah, I need a break from my mental work. I want to go out with my friends and everything, but then again, they don't exactly go out often, and neither do I. In fact, I haven't gone out of my house for a week. But regardless, let's start off with this tone going on. We get Vronsky going ahead and living the life he always dreamed of. He's back on the council, or at least he's been offered a position towards the council, and he's going to accept it. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's went ahead and accepted it. And after accepting it, he decides to just work whatever the heck he wants to do with the thing. Except that's all of a lie. He just stays there, wants a little break, and instead of going away, like as I read earlier in that quote, he just stays there. He stays at his brother's home, chill and relax, just like how you want to chill and relax with your home fries. So, how is everyone else doing? Well, Kitty seems to be recuperating with her condition because, well, being rejected by Vronsky and rejecting Levin herself was pretty much the disaster for her. She's like, I want to love this guy though, but I also like this guy, but this guy way better, so I'm gonna reject him, even though he's already made clear that he's available. Oh no, he's rejected me. Now I'm heartless. That was a stupid gamble. Why did I do that? Yeah, that was interesting. I'm gonna say. I would have said XD, but I'm not that kind of person. And nothing else for now. So. Then we get some debates about poor people, and these debates are like, it's more or less what Leo Tolstoy wants to teach us about his own little teachings. He believes in all this, like education. He himself has built educational institutions for peasants of Russia, just so they could be educated and go up into go up in Russian society. How many did he build? Well, he built apparently 13 of them in real life. Irrelevant to the story, though, except for the fact that this is personally related towards Leo Tolstoy himself. Now, Leo Tolstoy himself goes ahead and writes about education, saying that how one person goes ahead and views education as the primary ways to go ahead and increase the output and increase the intelligence and increase the usefulness of a person. While the other person says, alright, the worker, the peasant that can read and write is useless if he has no one to read and write towards that's actually meaningful. The average workman is greater than this peasant who has potentially more IQ than this person. Except they goes ahead and also says high IQ means more valuability, so technically this guy's greater than your average workman. In fact, he might even be greater than you because, well, he actually uses for something while you're just like, hey, I'm gonna chill here, I'm gonna go ahead and do something, whatever the hell I want. Why the hell did I do that? Why? My friends say because I'm cringe, and for some reason I agree with them, but then again, that is me, that is who I am. So what happens next afterwards? After all these debates, that education one being like one of the example, they go ahead and start talking about divorce. Finally, the husband of Anna Karenina is like, alright, I can't deal with this. I'm gonna take a divorce. I'm gonna first talk with her family about it though, because, well, I'm not gonna be their family anymore. So, sucks to be them, I know, but bye-bye, no relationship with them. I gotta tell them that, or else they're gonna be contacting me saying, why the hell is Anna so sad, you moron? She's the moron, not me. So he goes ahead and talks with Anna's family, and they're all like, hey, why? You can't get a divorce. She's like the best person ever. She's like the most innocent person ever. And as well, he goes ahead and says that she's not the most innocent person ever. How can you know that? It must be a misunderstanding. And he says, how can this be a misunderstanding? She literally told me herself that she doesn't love me, and that all those 8 years of marriage and raising our kid was all worthless. So he's like, but then think about her. You're going to ruin her and everything. And she's like, why the heck do I care? Why the heck would I care? And yeah, what about your son? I don't even love him anymore. But just out of spite for Anna, I'm not gonna let her keep him, even though I know she loves him a lot. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure he goes to my mother instead. What the heck is wrong with you, dude? You're gonna make Anna heartbroken. Yeah, that's the whole point of all this. I beg you to not go ahead and take a divorce with her. Come to dinner with us and talk about it with us later then too, eh? Eh? Is that fine? And he's like, yeah, fine. Alright, I'll have dinner. I'll have dinner, but that's it, okay? Alright, see you soon. No evening wear. Now with that out of hand, Anna's finally going ahead and starting to realize that this might not be her ideal situation. This time though, she cannot go to her beloved Vronsky because, well, she is kind of not in the mood to, or she's just very, very sick. So she asked Vronsky to come to her, even though her husband specifically told her that he would rather not have him over their place. So, Anna, however, goes ahead and tells Vronsky to come, and Vronsky comes at the worst time possible when he, Anna's husband, is leaving for work. Bumps into Vronsky and is like, I want nothing to do with you, you criminal scum, and just walks away. And Vronsky's all like, okay, maybe I should just go in, and then talks with Anna a bit, and she says, I don't want this anymore, too. I don't want this any more than you do. Yeah, but it's happening. Yeah, you sure that we could actually be like a good husband and wife or something like that? Well, yeah, we'll probably go to one of the best places ever. I mean, think about it. Think about it. We could go ahead and do whatever the heck we could ever think of. Imagine, we could have another kid. We could even sue him for your kid. There's something on those sorts. I'm pretty sure he didn't say sue. In fact, he never said sue, but he did say something on the lines of this. This isn't an accurate summary, right? I'm just giving you the gist of the whole story. And afterwards, all of this, she goes ahead and says that, all right, I'll try to hang on to all this hopes and dreams. And I don't even want that divorce anymore because it's all the same towards me. But you know what? It and going on from now on, we can go ahead and live the dream I was always hoping for. Vronsky might seem like the evil person here, but then again, he just seems to be the nice person as well too. Anna seems to be the innocent girl turned evil person, but we'll see how she turns out in the later chapters and parts. So, I really hope you guys enjoyed this summary of part 3 and part 4. I tried to make it as fun as possible, but I really hope it was fun as possible. So, until next time, Shihon out, peace. Bye-bye. Peace out.